Welcome to the SlimeSide again. And today it's time to introduce you to all the snails I have. I think it's around 13 or 14 different species, and not only African ones. I have Cuban ones, European ones, I have African ones, and today I want to show you. Let's start with this terrarium. This is my Rainforest Thailand Lost Palace terrarium. You see here, it's shaped like this Thailand palace. It also has a Buddha in the back. It's pretty neat, pretty cool. These are real plants. Bromelia snails don't eat bromelian, that's why they survive here. And then I have some that are fake because, yeah, they basically almost eat every other plant. This is aloe vera, but they also eat it. Here are Tachyria guanensis. This one over here, it's like 20 of these, but in different conditions because I bought them over eBay from private people. So some are in good condition really, and some are in not so good condition. I try to get them back in shape. Those are not giant African snails. They're actually from Cuba. They are so cool because different things. First of all, they don't need heating. If you live in a warm apartment, they don't need a heating spot extra. Easy in keeping them. They can also be kept in this high horizontal terrarium, which other snails can't, because if they fall down, they break their shell. But this snail sticks so good. It's like glue. These snails are crazy, and usually in Cuba, where they're from, they really live on rocks. So their slime is very sticky. It's very hard if you have them on the hand to get them off of you. That's why they never fall down. You see, I can do whatever I want. I will not get them off. They're blue. You see here, they're blue. They're so beautiful. This is one of my most favorite snails I have at the moment. And look, this is a Angelito from Cuba. And they also don't need that high of humidity. You can spray, once a day or once every 2 days, but that's all they need. And they climb up to here. You see, they shit everywhere. And they sleep up there. They never fall down. This is so cool. You could basically keep them on rocks. I don't know of any other snail that can do that trick. Yeah, here also, I have like 20 of these inside, but like I said, some are in not so good shape. I really try my best to get them back together. You see, I have different calcium sources here, eggshells. I don't know the word in that. This is what rich people eat. What is the name of that? Okay, guys, help me again. Okay, I try to get him off my hands. Come on, Angelo. This is very, okay. Yeah, very sticky, like glue. One of the Caraculus snails, this. It looks like a UFO. It's, it's flat. You see this? It's flat. And they're so cute. And you see here, they have the little eyes sticking out, you see? Yeah. And they eat what they eat, of course, like any other snail here. Vegetables and salad, but also they eat the moss. You see here, in German it's called Flechten. I don't know in English what it's called, but this is like some type of moss. So I just go in the woods, I collect that, and as you can see here, my UFO snail loves them, and also the other one loved them. Why I have two different species in one terrarium? They have the same parameters, what they need. Both come from Cuba, but they cannot breed in between their species. Also, somebody else is living here, which is not there right now. It's a giant millipede called Emily. I cannot see Emily at the moment, unfortunately, but I can show you Emily in a different video one day. Then of course I have the big ones, the very big ones. This is also this is calcium, but from from a stone. Yeah, these are my big ones, and this is mustard. Mustard seeds are very good to prevent that worms that are not so good for snails start living there, because they eat the roots of the mustard and then they die. Well, I'm still waiting for my big plant to put in here, but it still didn't come. But these are my Achachatina marginata ovum XXL Nigeria wild. Okay. You know them, but they're sleeping right now. This is a Maxima. It's already grown up. That's a European snail, but they were only bred for food. So they don't live outside. They don't live in nature. They are bred very big just because of food, yeah. Cuckoo, hello there. They're also very cool. And of course, they don't need extra heating, extra humidity, or a lot of humidity. They're very easygoing. So if you're looking for an easygoing snail, one of these is perfect. And they also eat this moss. You see, you can just go in the woods and then collect the moss, and they will be very happy. Next are these. There are also different snails in this enclosure. One of them is this, which I also don't know how to pronounce it correctly right now. I have to write it down. There are the smallest snails I have. Ah, there she is. There she is. They are pinkish with dark stripes. I mean, she's almost grown. So this is a very small snail. Also, if you're looking for a not difficult snail, easy to keep, this is also good. I have a snail actually that has a beard. It looks like it has a beard. They're mostly under the soil. You shouldn't dig them out and annoy them. They're a little bit shy. They will also grow big, but not as big as my XXL snails, of course. But this is, I also don't know the name right now. I will write it down. But really cool snails. I mean, they look really cool. They don't need heating. They don't want heating. I mean, not cold. It's also room temperature. You know, it can be 22, 24 Celsius. And they don't need temperature. And also not a lot of humidity. And they also don't lay many eggs. So they are really cool. Unfortunately, this little guy doesn't come out. It's not his time to go out. He's a little bit shy. So here you see the mustard. Just prevention against nematode. Sliceratina fulica leucistic. Very, very pretty snail, you see. This is not albino. This is even lighter. I don't know why it doesn't really show on the video very good, but it's really almost see-through. I don't know. Here you can maybe see it. This is albino. Full albino, and this is leucistic, and the color is even more white. These are my Folicas. There's another leucistic one. They're curious snails. They're not shy. So pretty. Look at her. They also are awake sometimes in daytime, so you can see them. The only problem is they lay so many eggs, and I already here killed a lot of them. I just keep some of them. This is the amount that I keep that I can resell. Like the little cousin of my big ones, they don't grow as big, but they have the same parameters. But they're also not adult, but they only grow up to, I think up to 12 centimeters or something. So it's like less than half of my big snails. But still, I mean, it's not a small snail. Albino snail of Suturalis. The one is silver body. It has a silver body there. Kind of rare. You see. Cool. And they also only lay up to 12 eggs, so they're not so invasive. This is another one of the UFO snails, like I call them, but you see they're so shy. They always go inside. So you know, they're not very curious, but also very pretty. I mean, they look like little UFOs, but they can They get big like my hand, like the inside of my hand. Next ones are these. You see, they're not in really good shape. I bought them also from private, and now I try to them back in shape again. They give birth to, yeah, already fully developed snails without the egg, but it didn't happen yet. And you can see on the shell, I mean, they're not so good grown. You can see something was not right in the parameters when they grew up, so we will see how they will develop. And they're very rare. Let's see if we can fix it again. Next one is, this is Zanzibara. They also don't lay eggs. They give birth to already developed snails, and I mean, they are not so rare because they lay also a lot of eggs. But if you have one of these, you really, I mean, this is not for beginners, because you basically have to kill the babies, because they can get up to 45 babies. So, you know, fully developed, not in an egg, so fully developed, and you need to kill them because you cannot sell all of them. So that's why this is, I wouldn't say this is a beginner snail, but it's also very pretty. It has a pink apex here, the back pink. It's very cute. And also curious snail, but right now everybody's sleeping here. More, and all of them have the pink apex. They also don't grow, I mean, as they're one of the smaller ones, but also very pretty species. This also should be one that doesn't lay eggs, also very, very rare, but I don't have them long enough, so nothing happened till now. What do you have here? A hair? Something? But they're also very curious. They don't grow that big, so if you don't have a problem with killing the baby, then this is also a cute snail. I mean, but maybe not for beginners. Beautiful snail. Okay, back. You cannot have a snail alone. They always need a partner. Depending on the species, some only feel comfortable when there are a lot of snails, others when there are like 3 or 4 of them. It really depends on the size. So basically, the smaller the snail, the more comfortable if they're in large groups, mostly. Only the ones that eat other snails live alone, but the other ones tend to feel more comfortable in larger groups when they're smaller. This is a baby of the largest land snail on the planet, a tiger achatina snail. This is the largest land snail on the planet, but I have to say, this is calcium on the shell. They look like tiger. They have the stripes. I think you can see on the other one better. Yeah, you see here, they have this tiger stripes. That's why they call tiger achatina. The problem is with these snails, if you want to say it's a problem, they're very, very shy. Very shy. Actually, I never saw them crawling around outside of the house. I never saw them. And they're mostly laying there. They grow not fast. They grow very slow, very sensitive to changes in the enclosure, or yeah. So I would not recommend the snail to keep as a pet. It's because you never see it. I'm not sure if I will keep them, and I don't know. I don't feel that this is a good pet to keep. Please, people, don't be alarmed because of the boxes. The box actually is better for the snail because it keeps humidity inside. So, next one is, this is Achatina marginata ovum albino shell. You see here 2 adults and 1 baby. This is how they look. I think they're so beautiful. I mean, look at their honey colored shell and their dark body. It's so beautiful. I love them. And they're like my big ones, same parameters. Beautiful snails. Sleep, night, night. This is how a baby Achatina marginata ovum XXL looks like. This is a baby of my big guys, Günther and Ahmed. The bark of this leaf, also this kappa leaf, you're sleeping inside. Natural disinfectant potent against this on the house of the snail. So this is prevention. They sleep in there. This is antibacterial. They don't get fungus. They don't get sick. They stay healthy. So I can sell them in my shop. I don't kill them. I sell them. Bark is really perfect. This is so great. My Acharatina marginata orum albino. They don't get as big as my XXL snails, but it's the same species. But they're albino. But usually albinos don't grow that big and need a little bit more high temperatures. They're also sleeping right now. 2 of them are inside here. I hope you enjoyed it and see you next time on the slime side of YouTube. If you have any questions regarding something you always wanted to know, or questions in the comments, or what do you want that I tell you, what do you want that I make videos about, just leave the comments down below. And don't forget to press the subscription button and press the bell for more. See you next time on the slime side of YouTube. Bye bye.